No matter how you look, your personal appearance should leave a positive first impression on the people that you speak to. But if you have bad hygiene or don't take care of yourself, then this can get in the way of potential relationships and opportunities, as well as negatively impacting your mental health. If you want to be that person that looks good, smells good, and people remember for all the right reasons, then this video is for you. This full guide covers everything you need to know on hygiene and looking after yourself.
Fuck a pigeonhole.
And this video is all me, no bullshit, no AI, so let's get into it, you little beast.
I'm a night owl, it's a different mode.
Before getting into the video, I want to cover why hygiene isn't just important for your personal appearance, but it's so important for your mental health as well. Hygiene, and if you aren't taking care of it properly, can have a massive impact on how you see yourself, because if you know you should be doing certain things when it comes to hygiene, such as brushing your teeth or showering, and you aren't doing them, then this can lead to seeing yourself in a negative light. Furthermore, if you aren't doing these things and you go out to do something, like meet your friends for example, then you'll be constantly thinking in the back of your mind, shit, I hope they can't smell my breath or smell that I haven't showered or something like that, and you'll just be constantly anxious. So to save your mental health, take care of these things when you know you should, don't be lazy with it. This video will be in two sections, surface level hygiene and under the surface hygiene.
Western road flows, I did this shit.
Surface level hygiene is the stuff that people see that has an impact on your hygiene and the way people perceive your hygiene to be. So first thing on the list is showering. The shower is for four things. It's for wanking, no I'm only joking. It's for washing your body, so body wash, shampoo, conditioner and face wash. And for these four things you need 4 individual products. None of that 5-in-1 testosterone boosting cover-all product. That's just a load of bullshit. You need 4 individual products, and that's because these 4 individual products all do their own special things. They aren't designed to cover other things. So for example, shampoo is meant to strip all of the oil and dirt out of your hair, and conditioner is meant to return the moisture to your hair and some of the healthy oils. And I don't see how a 3-in-1 bottle can both strip the oil and return the oil to your hair at the same time, which just implies that something there isn't working properly. So just spend a little bit more money and invest in 4 individual products, and your health will thank me. I'd recommend shampooing and then conditioning every 3 to 4 days, but you might want to do it every day or every other day if you use product in your hair. But 3 to 4 days is the average to prevent your hair from getting greasy. Using face wash in the shower helps to prevent acne, and it does this by removing dirt and oil and all the excess dirt on your face that can clog your pores and lead to acne. Face wash will remove all of this unnatural stuff on your face that you don't want to be there. And whilst we're on the topic of showering, I also want to say that scrubbing whilst you shower is really important. If you just putting body wash on your body and relying on the soapy water running over your body to rub off all the grime and dirt, then you need to rethink. Because think of it, if you're washing your hands, right, and you just put soap on your hands and then let the water run over your hands and rub it off, it doesn't work, does it? You need to use some force. So for actually scrubbing all the dirt and grime off your body, I'd recommend getting like a loofah. I use this one. It's like a rubber silicone sort of pad with little like gentle blades on, and it exfoliates your skin to get all the excess oil and dirt off your skin. So I'd recommend doing that if you really want to get clean. After showering, you moisturise your face, and this is because when you wash your face, it strips all the oil and it leaves your skin leaving quite dry. And when your skin's dry, your face produces more oil to sort of compensate for the dryness, and this can lead to you getting spots. So moisturising helps negate the amount of oil your skin's producing, so you don't get as many spots. You can also moisturise your whole body if you have dry skin. I know some people like to do that, but me personally, I just moisturise my face, my neck and the inside of my wrists, and I'll get on to why I do this a bit later on. After this, I apply deodorant. It scares me how many people just shower and then don't put deodorant on. Deodorant is created to prevent you from smelling, prevent your sweat from smelling. So if you don't use deodorant after you shower, as soon as you sweat, you're just going to smell again. So after I come out the shower, I tend to use a roll-on and then a spray, just because, I don't know, I think I've got some sort of like OCD with putting on deodorant after a shower, I just feel like one of them isn't enough, so I use both, but you can just pick one, whatever works for you. Following this, I use a fragrance. This is one that I like to use, but again, it's just personal preference. Never spray more than 5 sprays because you can't use too much fragrance, contrary to what a lot of people think. People have walked past me before in the street and they just absolutely hum of whatever aftershave they've put on, and it's just too much, it's too overpowering, and it'll make people not want to stand near you because it just gets in your throat and that, especially if you have asthma, which I don't, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, 5 sprays is the maximum. I'd say where I spray is 1 on the inside of my wrists and I rub it together, 2 on my neck, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 on the back of my neck. And this is why I told you to moisturize these areas earlier in the video. This is because hydrated skin traps fragrance, so the fragrance doesn't evaporate, and this causes it to last longer. It stays on your skin longer and it'll keep you smelling good for longer. Staying on the topic of showering, this isn't personal hygiene as such, but I just feel like I ought to tell people who need to hear this that you should be switching your towel every few showers, and your bath mat needs to be washed at least once a week. I've been to some of my mates' houses and seen some absolutely grim bath mats and towels in their bathrooms. You need to be switching this shit because it just, after a while, they stink, and I just feel like for your own mental well-being, you need to switch these. So just a little side tip for that. Next, you need to be sorting your hair out. So just coming out the shower and rubbing it with a towel and leaving it like that is some sort of crime somewhere in the world. I'm convinced. If you do that, it'll make you look so unkempt, as if you don't care about your personal appearance at all, and it's just not the vibe you want to be going for. You want to pick a style. Obviously, this depends on the length of your hair or your personal preference, whatever you like, as well as the type of hair that you might have. I can't help you with the style. I don't know what you look like. This is something to talk to your barber about. You need to be styling your hair when you come out the shower. And the reason I say when you come out the shower is because most hairstyles, mine for example, you need to style it when your hair's damp. So when you come out the shower is the best time to do this. Speaking of barbers, you should be getting a haircut every 2 weeks, and this should be non-negotiable. And this is because when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day, you don't notice little gradual changes, such as if you're losing body fat, for example, you don't notice that your face might be getting thinner every day. And it's the same for when your hair's growing out after a haircut. You don't notice that your hair's gradually getting longer and longer until you look one day and you're like, wow, my hair looks really long. So 2 weeks, I'd say, is the average that it starts to look a bit messy after 2 weeks. So everyone should be getting a haircut once every 2 weeks. The next is fingernails. You should trim them every couple of days and keep them as short as possible, but obviously not too extreme. Like, you shouldn't be cutting off half your fingernail. You just want to be keeping them short to prevent any dirt from getting underneath them, and you don't want to be that guy who has long fingernails because it makes you look quite feminine. Having long fingernails is quite a feminine trait, so if you're rocking around with long fingernails, other people will just see you and think, I don't know, it makes you again look like you don't care about your own appearance. So this is another tip. It also, in my opinion, just feels way better to have short fingernails, just for when you're doing stuff, when you're handling whatever you're handling. If you're at work and you work labour, you don't want long fingernails getting in the way. There's just so many, it's so much better to have short fingernails. Next is the little things you should be checking frequently throughout the day. In the morning, you should be looking in the mirror and checking your eyes to see if you have any of that like sleep gunk, and if you do, wipe it off. The amount of people I see walking around day to day with this like sleep gunk in their eyes is just, I just want to grab them and shake them and say, what are you doing? You should be sorting that. You shouldn't be walking around with sleep gunk in your eyes because other people see it and just think, have you just got out of bed? When you're eating, you want to make sure your mouth isn't covered in food. If you have a beard, you don't want like crumbs in your food or like crumbs all over your top as well. You want to check for that. And when you're done eating, you want to look in the mirror or look in your phone camera and make sure you've not got any like food stuck in your teeth. You want to check your ears for wax every day, and if they have wax in, give them like, get a wet damp cloth and just like rub around the edges. Don't go too far in because that can damage your ears, but you just want to clean them, make sure wax isn't all over your ears. Same with your nose, any like snot or anything else that will come out your nose, make sure your nose is clean. Because again, if you're rocking around with waxy ears or a snotty nose, you're just going to look like a kid and people aren't going to take you seriously. Next up is keeping your hands clean. If I have to tell you why you need to keep your hands clean, then I've lost faith in the education system. But the amount of people I know who don't wash their hands is just criminal. So wash your hands whenever you do anything that gets them slightly dirty, before you have a meal, after you have a meal, and especially after the toilet. Do not be that guy who has a massive shit and doesn't wash his hands, because that is disgusting, mate. And your hands have literally been on your ass, wiping your ass, and you're not washing your hands. That is grim. Wash your hands constantly throughout the day. Don't have dirty hands. The next is little hairs. So any little nose hairs or ear hairs or hairs in this section between your eyebrow. So you can see, even if you have a lot of hair here naturally, you can see where your eyebrow forms naturally. Shave in this section, because if you're rocking around with a monobrow or your unibrow, whatever it's called, it just doesn't look very professional. So shave there. Shave your nose hairs and your ear hairs using one of those little shaver attachments on your razor, or alternatively your nose hairs and your ear hairs, even in between there, pluck them with tweezers, because although it might be painful, it's better than rocking around with hairs all over sticking out. People are going to look at them, and I don't know about you, but when you notice hairs here or here on somebody, you can't stop looking at them, especially if they're long. So don't be that guy that people can't stop looking at your nose or ear hairs. Just get rid of them. So the next one is going to be a bit controversial. Facial hair. Unless you can grow a beard that isn't patchy, it connects fairly well. I'm not saying you have to have perfect genetics, but deep down if your beard is connecting well, if you can grow thick hair, not that like wispy bum fluffy hair that a lot of like 13-14-year-old lads grow. If you can't grow a beard that looks semi-decent, do not grow a beard. Just shave it off and go clean shaven. I'm begging you, please, because the amount of people I see walking about on the streets and they have like patchy beards, they would just look so much better if they didn't grow a beard at all, rather than having a patchy beard, because it just makes you look unprofessional. Just do not be one of the brothers rocking around like this. If you can grow a beard, then keep it short. I use a 2-guard on mine, which is 6mm. I shave it twice a week, as well as clean shaving underneath my beard on my neck, and clean shaving up here, just above my beard, where my cheeks are. If you are one of those people who, your cheek hairs aren't very good, and you need to take it really low, you need to be rocking a chin strap just to have any sort of beard that looks good, then again, you need to clean shave, brother, please. Next is brushing your teeth. Brush them, floss them, and then use mouthwash twice a day. This is a non-negotiable. If you brush your teeth and your breath still smells, it's because you need to brush your tongue. To brush your tongue properly, you need to brush far back enough so that you gag. I know it's not nice, but if you're triggering your gag reflex, then you're brushing your tongue properly. If your breath still smells after this, then you need to drink more water. And after this, if your breath is still smelling, then you need to go to the dentist, because you probably have like a cavity in your teeth or some sort of issue with your teeth that is causing your breath to smell. Next is clothes. If you're rocking around with clothes that are way too big for you, or clothes that are dirty, then you need to sort this out. I'm not saying you need to go to Gucci or Louis Vuitton and drop thousands. You just need clothes that fit you well, and you need to keep them clean, basically. Now for the under the surface stuff. And this is the stuff that people don't see on the surface directly, but if you have a girl over or go for a weekend away with your boys, they might see it. It's what people would see in these circumstances that affect your hygiene and their perception of your hygiene. And there are only a few tips I have for this. 3 tips. You need to maintain your toenails, keep them short and remove any dirt from under them. You need to shave your pubes, brother. That is so important. Do not be rocking around with a bush. Shave your pubes, whether it's clean shaven or with a razor or 1-guard. Just keep them short. And finally, you need to be wiping your ass properly. Properly wipe your ass and use like a bidet afterwards. Also, when you're in the shower, make sure you're wiping your ass and like cleaning it. Because I know so many people who don't do this, and if you aren't doing this, it's fucking grim. And that's it. Please hold yourself to a good standard when it comes to hygiene, because it's so important for how people perceive you as well as your own mental health. But thanks for watching, you little beast. I love you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.